Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video here on iStarly TV. Today I wanted to talk about breeding in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now I'm recording this video a couple of days before Scarlet and Violet officially release. I have not played the games myself, however, the games have officially, the games have pretty much leaked. And that means that people have been able to play the games on emulators. Some people were able to get the games early just by chance, by pure chance. Sometimes stores will sell the games early and people are lucky enough to get them, or whatever the case might be. But either way, the point is there's a lot of information out there that is not officially, but effectively confirmed about Scarlet and Violet. And some of that information that I think is going to be really helpful and also really exciting is how breeding will work in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So we have a lot of confirmation for how breeding is going to work in Scarlet and Violet, and I wanted to talk us through that today. So this video will contain, I guess you could say, spoilers for the breeding mechanics, but it does not contain any new Pokemon spoilers. I'm not going to talk about any Pokemon that have not been officially confirmed. I'm not going to talk about any story spoilers, nor am I going to talk about any new areas in the game or anything like that. So all I'm going to be talking about that has not been officially confirmed is breeding mechanics, and that is it. So keep that in mind if you want to keep watching, but please do, because I think this is really exciting stuff. So let's get right into it. So basically, the way breeding works in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is, and we kind of knew this a little bit, this was officially confirmed that you could get eggs through picnics in Scarlet and Violet, but we didn't know whether that was completely replacing breeding or if it was kind of like in addition to like typical daycare breeding. The answer is picnics replace daycares. The way that you get eggs, the only way to get eggs in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is through picnics. And so the way this works, and this is a good thing actually, there's a lot that makes this so much better, so much easier. The way that this works is you need to have two compatible Pokemon in your party. So unsurprisingly, you need to have a male and female of the same species, or any Pokemon that can breed with a Ditto, obviously, or two Pokemon of the same egg group, one male, one female, and then of course the offspring will be the female Pokemon's type or species. So you need to have two compatible Pokemon to breed. You start a picnic, and honestly from there, you can just stand in front of the picnic basket, and over time you will get Pokemon eggs. As long as you have two compatible Pokemon to breed, you will get Pokemon eggs from there. Now, I'm not certain yet whether what happens if you have multiple compatible Pokemon that can breed. My guess would be the first two that appear would be the ones that produce eggs. So for example, let's say I have two Fuecocos in my team, a male and a female, and then I have another Pokemon in my team who is in the same egg group as Fuecoco. My guess would be that the two Fuecocos would, if they are listed first in my party, they would be the ones that are producing the eggs. And to make this easier, obviously, you would probably just want to only have two Pokemon in your party, because when you collect the eggs, you'll want to have room for them, right? Now, but the awesome thing here is you can literally just, like I said, just stand in front of the picnic basket. You do not even need to walk around. People originally thought you need to make sandwiches, and I think it says that sandwiches can speed up the process of retrieving eggs, and obviously there are certain sandwich bonuses that can give you faster eggs or hatching faster eggs and stuff like that, but you do not need to make sandwiches. All you need to do is have two Pokemon in your party that are compatible and then stand in front of the basket. And you could literally go AFK and you will rack up Pokemon eggs in your picnic basket. They do stack. I've heard that you can get up to 10 eggs in the picnic basket. So if you just kind of have two Pokemon in your party and you just stand there, you go AFK, you go make a snack, you go watch a YouTube video or whatever, you come back and you'll have a basket full of Pokemon eggs. Now, it's still the case where in order to hatch them, you need to have them in your party, but I think that this is a fantastic change. A couple other big changes are first that the power items, like the power bracer, power weight, power lens, etc., are apparently available to purchase as early as the first store in the game. So like the first main city will have a shop where you can actually purchase these, which is crazy as well. That's really good. These items are good for breeding because they can help pass a Pokemon's IVs of a certain stat. So if you have a Pokemon with a really good attack stat, an attack IV that you want to pass down, you can use these items to do that really early in the game as well. Ditto is also in the game, but what I've heard is, and this is funny, but also probably frustrating, is that Ditto appears in the wild as other Pokemon. So you won't know it's a Ditto until presumably you capture it. So that's going to be a real headache. I mean, I don't know if there's any more details for that or if there's other ways to kind of determine whether it's a Ditto or not, but that's going to be fun in a really, really frustrating and hilarious way. But it's great that Ditto's in the game because obviously, once again, Ditto can breed with anyone. And another huge change to breeding in this game is egg moves. So the way that egg moves work in this game, I think if you still have two compatible Pokemon that can breed and the father has an egg move, it'll still work the same way where, you know, if you have a Pokemon that can learn a certain egg move and then you breed it with a father who has that move, the offspring will have that move. I think that still works. However, one big change here is there's a new item called a mirror herb, which has an effect in battle. I think they revealed this item in a very early trailer a few months ago, but it also has an effect in breeding, which is when you give a Pokemon the mirror herb, a Pokemon that is capable of breeding, and then you breed it to get an egg of that Pokemon. If you have a Pokemon in your party, regardless of the egg group, that has an egg move that the breeding Pokemon can learn, the offspring will have that egg move. And a couple other things before we go here about breeding in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. First of all, let's talk about a negative change. Apparently, certain abilities that had effects outside of battle, such as Synchronize, or in this case, Flame Body would make your eggs or allow your eggs to hatch faster. Apparently, these abilities do not work outside of battle anymore. So basically, for all intents and purposes of this video, Flame Body does not work anymore. But apparently it's still decently fast to hatch eggs, and also you can make sandwiches that speed up the process of hatching eggs. So maybe they wanted people to use their new sandwich feature if they wanted to hatch eggs faster rather than making it easier with Pokemon. I don't love this change. I like Flame Body, makes it easier, but in general, breeding is just so much easier anyway, so I guess, you know, you give and you take, right? And the last thing that might have to do with breeding here is it's also been confirmed that you get the shiny charm basically in the same way you've always gotten it, or at least in the past several generations. You get the shiny charm by completing the Pokedex, which should be unsurprising, but of course the shiny charm will increase your odds of hatching a shiny Pokemon in eggs. So that's everything we should know about breeding for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Overall, I think these changes are massive and I think they are amazing. The biggest takeaways here is in order to breed your Pokemon, all you need to do is have two compatible breeding partners, open a picnic, and basically at that point just go AFK, come back and check the basket and you'll have a bunch of eggs that you can hatch. So really exciting stuff. Another small thing is I saw that when an egg was hatching, it actually hatches wherever you are. So, you know, in Sword and Shield, when an egg would hatch, it would kind of be there'd be like a pink backdrop, a pink background screen that would hatch the egg. In this game, if you're riding around on your Koraidon and you're like on a mountain, if an egg hatches, you're still on the mountain. It just shows the egg on the ground hatching. So I think that's a cool little addition there, which is pretty neat. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about these changes for breeding. I'm someone who breeds a lot of Pokemon just because I like to get shinies, but I also like to get perfect stats. And I think all of these changes are amazing. I also like to sometimes, you know, breed Pokemon to get the right nature in my playthroughs or stuff like that. So this is exciting stuff. I'm really excited, and I can't say this enough. I'm really, really looking forward to playing more of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They are coming out very, very soon. As of the recording of this video, I might end up posting this video before they come out. But either way, Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you think about these big changes in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Please leave a like, comment below, subscribe for more, and I'll see you very soon.